Hello there everyone. So today's video is going to be just a little bit different, just a tiny bit. It's not going to be a tutorial, as you could probably tell from everything. But basically, I guess a personal one, and I need to share, and I want to share and be more open about things. And basically, I'm planning on making some changes. And I want to kind of talk to you about it rather than just do it, I guess. So if you've been a long time subscriber, you might have noticed for a while things have been very inconsistent. That's pretty much more or less the last 2 years, and they absolutely have been, but that's because I personally have been struggling a lot. I've been dealing with mental health stuff and also physical stuff. And I just kind of basically gotten to a point where things are just not working the way they are anymore. And I've got to do something about it. So just a heads up as well, this video might be all over the place because my brain is. But anyway, I'm going to try to I wrote down some little notes just to kind of not forget anything I wanted to share or talk about. And as you can tell, there's probably going to be a lot of umming as well. Anyway, so probably about the past 2 years-ish, things have not been going really well at all for me. Like personally, professionally, mentally, physically, whatever you want to call it, pretty much everything. Life, I guess. And that has obviously then affected my channel a lot. And basically gotten to the point where my channel is dying pretty much, which is obviously not a great place to be in and never what I kind of want it to happen. But that's kind of why I want to talk about it as well, because that's obviously not helping, contributing to all the issues that's going wrong as well. So to go back from the beginning, I guess, I've struggled with mental health issues my whole life. I've always been depressed and anxiety and all that stuff. Very much on and off throughout my whole life. Very bad here and there. And the past 2 years have been some of the worst. I didn't think that was going to happen. It doesn't help that didn't take long, did it? 23, I lost both my grandparents, and that was really rough. I already had all stuff going on, but that kind of was on top of everything. So that happened, but obviously that's part of life. And I didn't think that was going to happen so quickly. Anyway. But like I said, stuff was already going on. I was going through a lot of stuff myself personally at the time. Mentally and physically. Basically, during that year as well is when I started finding out some of my issues and discovering all the stuff myself. Basically discovering that I'm neurodivergent as well. So that's clearly contributed to a lot of the issues I've had throughout my whole life, and I kind of had to find that out for myself. So autistic and ADHD, big time. So that was like during the process of all that. My grandparents died about 6 months apart-ish. During, my nan was May 2023, it's 25 now, isn't it? And 24, 20, yeah. And my granddad was November, so ish. And in there in between, I kind of was discovering all this stuff about me. And it basically was explaining my whole life and making everything make sense. But obviously, it doesn't really help much if you just have the knowledge. Is great, but then what? So I've been going through a lot of trying to deal with that and get further with that and try and get help, but that is not exactly easy either. And with all that, I've always struggled to then keep up with my channel and be and be consistent, which I haven't been at all. So one of my things I know this, I've always done this, is when it gets to a really bad point, I kind of just shut down. And I just need to escape from reality, from the world. Like I shut myself down, shut myself out. So the past couple of years I've been doing that a lot more because obviously things have been extra bad. Wow, this is harder than I thought it would be. And that also then results in me kind of just disappearing, I guess, for a little bit, until I then try and like get myself back into doing stuff. But then it happens again because it's always a constant cycle. I'm sure a lot of people experience similar stuff. But anyway, so obviously all that is going on behind the scenes that no one obviously really knows about. So I've kind of just the past couple of years been seeing everything decline, like aside from myself obviously, the channel and everything that I've spent, oh my goodness, I don't even know, was it 2013 I think I started, over 10 years trying to build. It's been going downhill and basically my channel has been dying, more or less is dying, if not almost dead. So obviously that's not helped, like I said, at all, because it just contributes to all the feelings that are going on inside my brain, which is another issue. Is all I ever wanted to be and all I ever want is to be happy, but I have a brain that just wants to sabotage everything. So yeah, that's great. Basically there's always gotta be something wrong even when there's not, and there's always a depression and anxiety even when there's no reason to be, or when things are going alright, and gotta find something to make it not work out. That's always been the case. And there's just no control over it, which is wonderful. I've tried multiple medications throughout, nothing's ever really worked for me, which is probably because of neurodivergency. Now that I know that it's not just kind of just anxiety and depression, there's a lot more to it. Anyway, I think getting sidetracked, where was I? So yeah, my channel's been dying, but for a long time, even longer than that, I've been wanting to do more with my channel than just, obviously my business, my channel and my business, it's the same thing. More than just tutorials, because obviously that's what I do and I love doing that. I don't plan on stopping that because I love it and I do feel like I'm good at it. But I want to do more than that. I want to have more fun with things and just experiment more, I guess. I want to do more, in a way you could kind of say, I want to do more of what I enjoy watching myself and consuming myself. Like that kind of makes sense, I think. So for a long time, years, like before even the past couple of years, I've been wanting to do other things like maybe vlog style content, maybe challenges, other things where it's not literally just tutorials all the time, but not so much replacing them, just like adding to it. But I've always been scared to do it because I felt like I didn't want to risk people not liking it and then destroying what I've created through that way. So that's kind of, again, the brain constantly holding me back from doing things and trying things. Because obviously you can just try something, if it doesn't work then you can either not do it again, or you can keep trying, or you can do something different, whatever. But my brain just stops me from doing it in the first place, doing it at all, which is like, that's not helpful either. So in whatever way, that's obviously not helped either. So but I've kind of gotten to a point where my channel is pretty much dying anyway, or slash almost dead anyway, to a point. And also the whole, well, at the end of the day, it's my channel, I can do what I want. Obviously you want to have people like what you do, and also for it to do well ideally, but it's kind of just going blah anyway, so there is no reason really to not do it now. So I am planning on trying to kind of put some new life into my channel, which I guess is kind of the point of this as well. Like I said, I want to do more personal things as well, because this is like, it's my channel, but I've always felt like I needed to not show me, as in have it be a lot more like just an objective thing, as opposed to put me and my personality or whatever into it, which connects to something else like the mental health issues. I've always felt my whole life that I should hide and like not be seen and not be heard and not whatever. I've always had that feeling like I should just hide and ideally not exist if possible. And like I didn't belong anywhere, I didn't belong to this world, to anything. It's always kind of been those feelings. So but the thing is, feeling that way is so tiring and exhausting and obviously depressing and all that stuff, and I'm sick of it. I'm kind of getting to a point, I think, in my life, I'm not there yet, but I'm more there, I feel like, where I'm just like, fuck it, like this is my channel, it's my life, I should just do what I choose to do and I want to do, not what might happen or might not happen. It's like, oh, what my brain is trying to sabotage this week. So I decided that even though it's really tough still and scary and anxiety inducing, I'm going to just start doing it, because what else is there to do? Like, what's the other option? Just continue to not do it. So my plan is to, I've already actually filmed a first vlog, and it might be shit, I don't know, I haven't actually looked at the footage yet, but I filmed it about 1 or 2 weeks ago. So obviously I'm going to see about having a look at that. I'm not too sure about, regardless, by the way, the sound is probably not going to be the best, because I'm using the cameras and stuff that we have, and the sound on the camera that I was using to try and vlog is not the best, but I'm hoping it's going to be alright. We've yet to find out. But anyway, so I am planning on adding more stuff, new stuff to my channel, like some vlogging style things, some challenge type things, could be fun, just other things, and just tutorials all the time, because I feel like I have more to give. I want to give more and do more, like just for myself. I don't want to just be like hung up or hooked up to that one thing. I want to do more, because also that's the kind of stuff that I like to consume as a viewer. So it kind of makes sense to maybe try and make some of that. And obviously it's all new to me. I'm used to doing the tutorials. I've been doing it for so long. So all the other stuff is going to be new and different, and obviously probably a little awkward a lot of the time until I get more used to it, who knows. So I want to let you know that that is my plan, to start adding more different content as well, because I feel like it's kind of not going anywhere with this anymore anyway. It's dying as it is. And I just need some new life and new air into things. Plus for myself, for my life, so I'm not just like stuck in that same rut all the time with the same thoughts in the brain all the time. And just put myself more into it and try and force, if that's the right word, I don't know, teach, I don't know, relearn my brain to start thinking differently, if that's possible. Obviously I have a whole lifetime of all the bad things, like wanting to, obviously always having the need or the desire to hide, like I'm not good enough, I'm worthless, all that stuff. I'm trying to like work on changing my brain, which is obviously not an overnight thing, and it hasn't fully happened yet, and I don't know if it probably never will fully, but I'm working on getting them more and more, and I guess this is another step in it of I'm just going to do this because I want to do it, and I'm just going to stop listening to my brain talking me out of it. And if anyone also doesn't like it, whatever, it's not my problem, it's their problem, it's fine. Like, not everyone has to like everything. I have to get that into my brain as well. People could choose to just not watch it, or obviously whatever. So it's like, at the end of the day, we all gotta live for ourselves, don't we? So it's kind of just a place in life that I'm trying to get to. I'm like, okay, this is it now. This is my life. I want to live for me, make my choices that are the right choices for me. So that's basically where I'm at, and just that's my plan for the channel, to like breathe, like I said a few times, new air into a new life. And obviously I hope whoever is here would want to join me on that and enjoy it. Guess we'll find out what it's like. I have no idea what it'll be like, but hopefully it'll be alright and it can work out well. Because like I said, my channel is dying anyway. I feel it has been for a while, which is, I think, partly because I haven't been able to keep up with the algorithm, as they say. Absolutely I haven't, but also absolutely it's partly my own fault because well, one, a couple of years ago I actually changed my editing style, which at first I thought wasn't that substantial, but I think it was more than I realised myself. Because obviously the way that I do my tutorials is, they've always been, I go into a lot of detail, and I like to make sure the best that I can that people can do what the tutorial is trying to teach, and go into as many details as possible, and so they end up kind of long. And I've always got a lot of comments about I talk too much, or I'm too slow, or all that stuff. So more or less a couple of years ago, kind of a few years ago, I don't remember exactly, but I kind of changed the editing style to cut a lot more dead silence, or, well, not dead, cut a lot more silence, or just, I guess, unnecessary things out of my tutorials, even though I don't think they're unnecessary, but to basically cut out any silence where I'm not talking. And it's made it a lot more, thinking that that would satisfy all those people that said that. But then obviously the whole point originally why I did it, and why I did it like I do, is because I like to cater to everyone. So not just someone that picks up on something quickly, but because we all have different learning styles. So anyone, like a beginner can make something. That's someone that's never touched the materials before could make something. That's always been like my goal with it. But I started listening to all those comments and voices way too much. So I started editing it differently, cutting out all that, if you can call it fluff, but... And I think it changed my videos a lot more than I even realised myself, and it wasn't for the better. So I basically was catering to all them, but then forgetting about all the other ones, and all the ones I originally was making it for. Because again, if someone doesn't like how I do it, or it's too slow or too long or too whatever, then they can just not watch and move on. But instead I started listening way too much to them. So that was, I think, a mistake, that I did that. And I continued to edit like that for several years. Only recently have I actually started going a little bit back the other way. I like to find like a happy medium. So I'm not saying I'm going fully back to how I did it, because I haven't done that, but find like a nice medium where there isn't too much, if any, unnecessary stuff, but also there is that extra breathing and not too choppy and too fast. Because I had some comments here and there since changing the editing for the choppier style or quicker style, where it seemed like a lot of people have asked if I sped it up, or asked if I couldn't speed it up. I was like, I've never sped up any videos I've done. And I think two factors are for that. One, the editing has made it so as maybe it was like a sped up, and two, I also have a thing when I'm stressed and in a certain hyper state, I talk fast, and then with the editing chopped up more like that, with cutting out the space that you naturally have in speech, that's made it seem like it was fast or even sped up. which was never the intention. And the problem is when you're editing it yourself and you've made it yourself, you can't always really tell how something's going to be perceived because you edited it, so you don't have the same view of it. So it started making me realize, like, this is not working, this is not what I want it to do. So I've been moving back to kind of adding more breathing space into the editing and that. So I hope that's better, but it's only fairly recently. And obviously I have a lot of videos before that where I did the different editing style that just are the way they are. But anyway, my point being, so all that I think very much contributed to it as well, kind of went for the worse and made the channel help dying, I guess. So, but all that to say, I'm hopefully going to a better editing style to kind of find a happy medium, and I want to add different and other content to what I do, and I want to add me to my channel. Basically, I want to stop hiding. I'm sick of feeling like I have to hide. I'm sick of always being conscious about that and always worrying about that. I just want to be me, and this is my channel. I've been doing it for over 10 years, and it's like, of course I should put me into it because I made it. It doesn't exist without me, so it makes no sense why I've always had this thought of I need to keep me kind of out of it as much as possible, when it's literally mine because I created it all. So yeah, I'd like to put me more in everything, not just my hands, so more of me, like my face, my personality, whatever the heck you can think of. So hence more of a maybe vlogging style content, challenge style content, just having more fun with it all. And I also really want to connect more with you, because that's another issue. I feel like I'm scared of that. I've always been scared of that connection rather than being excited about it, because again my brain is always like thinking the worst before it's even happened. And I've kind of held myself back from having that connection with you all, whereas I would love that, because one, the autistic side, I'm very bad socially. I always have been. Now that I know that I'm autistic, I know why. I don't have any friends. I don't have anyone that I make jewelry with. I do everything on my own, so it'd be actually really nice to connect with some of you and share more things. That's also why I started members on my channel, and I've also started a Patreon. You might have seen that. Again, obviously part of that is to help support me, but also it's to help connect more with people like obviously you that are into the same things, into this as well. So if you do want to join with a channel, Patreon, whatever, I'm hoping to be, my plan is to add some extra things to those platforms. But otherwise I'm just wanting to connect more again, and that'll be by putting me more into it, because the whole point of what's held me back from connecting more is me holding myself back in the first place. So yay. And also a little note, I guess I could say, I've started crocheting pretty much a year and a half ago. I discovered crocheting. Obviously I knew about it, but as in, I don't remember why or whatever, but I tried it. I did it when I was a kid, maybe once, but then I tried it in December, not last year, the year before. That was the same year my grandparents died, and it was in December, I'm positive. So a year and a half I've been crocheting, and as soon as I started I pretty much got hooked. It's funny. And honestly, that is probably the only thing that's helped keep me somewhat sane and helped me get through a lot of this for some reason. And although I probably shouldn't, because I'm already struggling with everything I have also started a crochet channel and socials where I'm also hoping to literally just share my crochet journey. So if any of you are interested in that, I will have links down below. Again, it's just because I want to share and connect with people of the same minds, like-minded interests and stuff like that. Because again, I do all that by myself. I don't have any people that I meet up with and crochet with or anything like that. I do everything myself. So I guess using the internet to try and connect and actually putting myself out there rather than hiding behind the screen, I guess. Because you know what, life is too fucking short, and that's the whole point. I have this thing, I wholeheartedly believe this. I would rather get old. No, that's wrong. I have this thought, when I get old, I do not want to look back and regret not doing something. That'll be a bigger regret than doing it, and even if it goes wrong or even if it doesn't quite work out. The thing is, I wholeheartedly believe that, but for some reason I can't get my brain to make me act accordingly, if that makes sense. So I'm at a place where now I'm pushing myself to just do the stuff, because what is the point in not doing it? You're just gonna regret more not doing it than doing it, and at least you tried regardless what happens, because you're more gonna regret not doing something than doing it, and even if it goes wrong because it doesn't quite work out the way you thought or whatever, at least you tried and did something. If you don't do it, you're not gonna know, and you're gonna have more thoughts and regrets and things like that. And I believe that wholeheartedly, but I just can't get my brain to make me act accordingly. So it's like I need to marry those two things together, and that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, just wanted to mention the crochet one. It's something that's really helped me. I think I'd be even worse off if I hadn't discovered and started that. And I want to share that journey as well, because I love doing it, and I guess doing that kind of thing would also give me an excuse to do it more. So if you want to join me on that, there's going to be links, like I said. And also, this turned out to be a lot longer than I thought. I thought it was going to be kind of quick, but once I get started talking, I kind of get going, don't I? Anyway, I just wanted to share things from me, from my life. Share me, I guess, instead of hiding, because I'm sick of hiding. And if you want to stick around for the journey, for whatever is coming, then please do. If you don't, or if you do but you just want to watch tutorials, by all means do that. Whatever you want, you do you. I'm gonna do me, and I guess we'll have to see what happens. And I think that's it for now. So yeah, lovely. That was it. So of course I hope that you will join me, and please feel free to share anything down in the comments. Maybe you recognize some of this, you struggle with things yourself. I think it always helps to share it, so if you want to, please feel free. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video, not tutorial, or not. I hope you'll enjoy future videos. We'll see what happens, and I'll see you in the next one. Wait a minute! Of course, I did forget to say something. So I really would love some help from you as well. So while the actual bosses of everything are just saying a little hello, I would love to just request some help from you if possible. I really would love to just hear what you want to see more of as well. And basically just ideas and thoughts and all that jazz. So basically help with what I can do that you can think of for me to bring the new content in, kind of thing, because I'm sure you can think of much more stuff than just what I've mentioned here. And I really am very open to kind of just want to try different things and just kind of see what happens and see where it takes us. So please, if you have any ideas, suggestions or anything, do let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, this is for real. Thank you and goodbye now. I hope to see you again in future videos. I hope that you'll stick around and see what happens. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.